Andy Katz here for the WCC with my weekly honors. Let's start with the team of the week. Well, it's going to have to be Gonzaga. The number one team in the country played Virginia in Fort Worth and absolutely throttled the Cavaliers. Most teams do not do to Virginia what Gonzaga did. They do not dismantle that defense. They do not make threes in bunches. They don't have multiple scorers that just go off for 20, 30 points. And yet, the Zags did that to Virginia. The number one team in the country looks about as dominant as we've seen a team look in quite some time. The player of the week in the WCC, well, it's got to be in the same game. Corey Kispert, 32 points, 9 threes. Pretty spectacular effort from Corey Kispert in that victory over Virginia. All right, the scheduler of the year, of the week. Little honor here going out to Mark Few, the head coach of Gonzaga. Think about this. All of the Zags games, the high-profile games, the top 25 games, were basically put together within the last 2 months. Kansas, Auburn, and Florida. West Virginia, replacement for Tennessee in Indianapolis. I know they didn't get the Baylor game in. Iowa in South Dakota. And then picking up Virginia in Fort Worth the day after Christmas. Gonzaga will have traveled 12,106 miles in a pandemic before New Year's. At number 4, the state of Utah's best. Well, it's BYU. The Cougars swept through the state of Utah, 5-0, the first program in the state to do that in a decade, taking down Westminster, Utah Valley, Utah State, Weber State, and the biggest rival of them all, Utah. And at number 5, the impact edition of the week, well, I'm going to go with Brandon Averett. Averett started out at Oklahoma State and Utah Valley. Played at both of them before he got to BYU. Boy, did he make an impact this past week. 30 points in the win over Texas Southern, and that was a week after he hit a big-time shot at San Diego State. In the win over Weber State, Averett dished out a career-high 7 assists.